Do you hate... Oh, wait a minute. No, that's not right. Do you like friendship? Do you hate slavery? Do you want to see almost comedic levels of violence through an anime aesthetic? Here's Tales of Arise. Starting on the world of Dana, which has been invaded by the neighboring planet Rena, full of people that look suspiciously exactly alike those of Dana, we meet Alphen. Oh, wait. Sorry. Too early in the game. We meet Iron Mask? Good name, kid. A Danan male slaving in his master's sweatshop mines, and if you think that makes no sense, their work makes no sense. They work, mining resources to keep a fire burning, which doesn't even do anything, to create astral energy for their lord and master, which gets siphoned up through the beads embedded in their hands. Oh, wait, Iron Mask doesn't have one? Don't worry about it, the guards sure as hell don't. His less than ideal life takes a swift turn when a beautiful renowned woman named Shion drops in from the sky. Quite literally, in fact. She should be dead right now. From there, we get a planet-trotting journey of saving Shion from her curse of thorns, something which makes her impossible to touch unless you want a mild cardiac arrest, and liberating the world of Dana from the oppressive rule of the Renans. How do you know who's who, though, from Renan to Danan? Who knows? That's swept under the rug mighty fast. Well, actually, Renan's eyes glow when they cast magic. Yeah, but are they casting magic all the time? No. So, what, everyone just has a sixth sense to be a racist? Which is actually pretty much how it all goes. The Renans do just confuse me outright to begin with, though. They're a highly advanced civilization, with a literal satellite city orbiting around Dana, but they invade with plate mail and swords? Oh yeah, sure, those suits are mechanized to make them impossibly strong, but why the hell do we see the local resistance leader going toe-to-toe with them just by using his fists? This man's got blisters as thick as bricks if that's the case. And let's not forget, they have guns. Why not use them? They have dedicated infantry members using guns, but why not everyone? Last I checked, guns were much more effective than swords, and if someone gets close, one mechanized punch would surely kill someone. But I digress. Maybe I'm being too mean to Rena. But then again, they did enslave an entire planet, so maybe it's not too misplaced. But an entire planet currently enslaved, what's the plan? Our plan, playing as Iron Mask and Shion, is to kill all the currently ruling lords and steal their master cores. 5 realms in Dana, 5 lords, and 5 master cores. Why kill the lords? Well, in the most idealistic rebellion in any country ever, kill the lord and the realm is free. Why steal the master cores? Well, each lord in Dana is currently competing in the Crown Contest, a contest between the most esteemed of Renan society to collect the most astral energy and become the ruler of Rena. The master cores are where this astral energy is stored, and Shion needs each of these master cores to cure her of the thorns. Astral energy, though, that's simply an energy source produced by the planet. Only a rare few of Danans can actually wield that energy source as a force to reckon with. But apparently every Renan can utilize it, probably by osmosis, too close proximity to the planet. Couldn't be any other reason. Nah. But that's the story frame. A simple, quaint beginning which expands into a globe-trotting adventure of meeting friends, adversities, and defeating God with the power of friendship. That's also completely accurate, and I refuse to count this as a spoiler considering how this is, in fact, an anime JRPG, and they all end that way. Granted, the anime aesthetic doesn't lend itself over very well to the themes and events. Look, I'm down on anime aesthetic for a globe-trotting adventure of fantasy and wonder. But do you really want to have a wonderful fireside talk about how good that last night's dish was, or how your thick-headed fighter won't heat his damn vegetables 5 seconds after you watch an entire city get transformed into Mercury? Despite a collection of sidecards which have the same personality copied and pasted across all the regions, each main party member is unique, multi-dimensional, and entertaining, each complementing each other's weaknesses and bouncing off each other in realistic, dysfunctional family sort of vibe ways. Each lovable in their own way. Apart from one. All the little interactions play out whether you're exploring the overworld, in an inn, during dedicated cutscenes, and in combat, which is, surprisingly, not unbearable. Tales of combat never really clicked with me. I enjoyed the start of Zestiria and Berseria, and then I got bored. Despite Arise being much of the same affair, it never really grew old. You've got a main attack bound to R1, and then your ultra mega cool attacks, or arts, are bound to the symbol buttons. And I genuinely have no idea what the collective name for those buttons is. Don't like an art or how it feels? Switch it out for another. Find the arts which work for you, then combo them into oblivion. Attack, attack, art, attack, attack, dodge and get a free critical, art and continue. Experiment, play around with the system. The more arts you use, the more you unlock, and more enjoyable the combat gets. Unless you find it boring from the start, in which case why the hell are you playing a Tales game? Ignore that, I was that guy before Arise came along. But what we won't ignore are some of the odd events which are kind of just ignored. And this time we're hitting spoiler territory. So if you don't want your adventure spoiled, turn away until the timestamped point on screen now. As we get to the endgame, more and more story events are explained and plots are tied up in nice little bows. With this, we find out Xion's curse is hereditary, and it was her ancestor that caused the Curse of Thorns by locking a great spirit inside herself so that it doesn't escape and consume all of existence. But how the hell did her ancestors reproduce and have kids if they suffered the same curse as Xion? You want to stick your dick in thorns? No thank you. Maybe they weren't affected by the thorns in the same way that Xion is, but if that's the case, what happened to make it so that Xion can't be touched anymore? Furthermore, how did Xion get to Dana? She's experimented on in Lenegis, the satellite city. Did she just get shot over here in a starship, even though only lords travel from Lenegis to Dana? And if so, what reason did she have to get over there? And if not, how the hell did she get a starship to get onto Dana? It also turns out that Iron Mask's true origin was from when Xion's ancestor actually internalized the Great Spirit, making him over 300 years old. And it was her that put the Iron Mask on him. Now, why was she just carrying an Iron Mask? Where did she even get an Iron Mask from in a highly advanced civilization? Not to mention one that specifically represses memories. How did he survive 300 years? Are we expected to believe that the Renan technology is just that good? It can keep someone in stasis for that long? And how did he even get out of this stasis? He's told that he was just put in the mines, but how did he get out of stasis? Who found him? Who found him and not the starship he was kept in? Many questions arise. But whatever. Story beats needing some explanation can somewhat be waved off by suspension of disbelief. Your tether might vary on how much you can spend yours for though. The story is solid, with some exceptional plot twists despite a predictable endgame, characters are good, and Kisara is the mommy I want in my life. Best Tales game I've played, and now I've got a craving for more JRPGs.